and select committees of the House for the 111th Congress. Every 2 years, Congress must decide how much money its committee will spend. The Committee on House Administration holds hearings on the needs of the committees for the entire Congress. We then write a resolution to authorize funding for those committees. During our hearings on Friday, February 11th and 25th, we heard from all the chairmen and most of the ranking members from their committees. Let me describe what we have done with this amendment to the funding resolution. Over the last Congress, the committees in the House conducted far more hearings and did far more work than in recent years. They did all this without an increase in funding. Last Congress, we were not even able to keep up with the inflation. All the committees have been struggling to operate on limited funds, and they have even more work to do in this Congress because of the challenges of our economic situation and other legislative priorities. At the same time, we know that our economic status of the nation means that we must do more with less. So we are not going to be able to give the committees all the funds that they have requested. The amount stated in the resolution as requested, the amounts stated in the resolution as introduced. In general, the substitute gives each committee for 2009 the lower of either the amount they requested or an increase of 4.78% over their funding for 2008. That percent equals to the cost of living increase for federal employees in D.C. for 2009. There are a few exceptions to this substitute. First, we have provided additional funds to the Judiciary Committee to undertake its mandatory inquiry into judicial impeachment, which is not an ordinary cost for that committee. Next, the Energy and Commerce Committee, the Financial Services Committee, and the Small Business Committee have each undertaken extra responsibilities in Congress. These three committees have special legislative duties to deal with our financial situation, our health care, and our energy policies. And the Committee on Standard and Official Conduct will receive additional money as well, reflecting the request and our commitment to ethics oversight. Finally, we have non-increased funding over the 2008 for the Oversight and Government Reform Committee. That committee had substantial funds left over in 2008. In addition, we have already expanded the oversight work of all committees that this Congress by amending the House rules on H.R. 40. When you add it all up, this keeps the total committee funding for the 2009 at just 4.78 over the total funding from 2008. In 2010, the committees received an across-the-board increase of 3.9, which in our estimate, inflationary increases needed to keep staffs paid and in the coming year. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves the balance of his time. Chair recognizes the gentleman from California.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I might consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of House Resolution 279,